In today's video, I'm going to show you how to render a SketchUp model using the best options available in 2026, even though SketchUp itself does not have a native render button. So if you've ever looked at your model and wondered how to turn it into a realistic, photorealistic image, this guide is for you. We'll go through the fastest AI method, the best real-time options, the professional gold standard, and even a no-install web-based solution for low-end computers. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more SketchUp tutorials just like this. Alright, let's get into it. First, it's important to understand one thing clearly. In SketchUp, you are not simply clicking one magic render button inside the software. To create a realistic image, you need to use either an extension, an external rendering engine, or an AI-based tool. That means your workflow depends on the kind of result you want. If you want speed, there's one option. If you want realism, there's another. And if you just want a quick concept image, there's also a very easy AI route. Let's start with the fastest and simplest option, which is the AI using SketchUp Diffusion. This is best if you want conceptual renders in under 20 seconds. If you already have a SketchUp Pro or Studio subscription, you may already have access to this tool, which makes it a very convenient option. To use it, open SketchUp and go to Extensions, then choose SketchUp Diffusion. Once it opens, you'll see a prompt box where you can describe the kind of image you want. For example, you could type something like modern living room with sunset lighting and oak floors. The more specific your prompt is, the better the result will be. After entering your prompt, look for the Respect Model Geometry slider. This setting is extremely important because it tells the AI how closely it should follow your actual model shape. If you want the design to stay accurate, keep this slider high. That way the AI improves the image without changing the overall structure of your model. Then click Generate and wait a few seconds. SketchUp Diffusion will create a realistic overlay of your current view. This is a great way to produce quick presentation images, concept visuals, or early design ideas without spending a lot of time on setup. Now, let's move to the real-time rendering method, which is where many creators and designers get the best balance between speed and quality. The two most popular tools here are D5 Render and Enscape. If you work on content, client presentations, walkthroughs, or fast visual feedback, this category is probably the most useful for you. These tools are great because they stay synced with SketchUp. So as you make changes in your model, the render updates almost instantly. Let's talk about D5 Render first. D5 has become extremely popular in 2026 because of its speed and its huge free asset library. It connects to SketchUp using the D5 Sync plugin. Once installed, open your SketchUp model, start the D5 connection, and your scene will appear in the D5 workspace. From there, you can adjust lighting, materials, weather, camera angles, and environment settings while seeing the results in real time. This makes it very easy to experiment and fine-tune your scene without waiting for long render times. If you want to produce walkthroughs or visually rich presentations, D5 is a strong choice. Next is Enscape, which is known for being one of the easiest render tools to learn. With Enscape, your SketchUp model opens in a second window, and everything you do in SketchUp appears instantly in the render view. That means if you move a wall, change a material, or adjust a camera angle, you can see the update right away. This is incredibly helpful for beginners because the workflow is simple and intuitive. You don't need to spend a lot of time building complex render scenes before seeing results. If ease of use is your priority, Enscape is one of the most beginner-friendly ways to render a SketchUp model. Now, if you want the highest level of quality, the gold standard is V-Ray 7. This is the most powerful option, but it also has the steepest learning curve. V-Ray is ideal for professional interior shots, product visuals, architectural stills, and anything where image quality matters most. The workflow is a bit more advanced, but the results can be stunning. To get started with V-Ray, you first need to work on your materials. SketchUp textures are fine for modeling, but for photorealistic rendering, you usually need to replace them with V-Ray PBR materials. These materials react more realistically to light, which helps create depth, reflection, and believable surface detail. After materials, lighting becomes the next major step. In V-Ray, you can add V-Ray lights directly into the model, such as rec lights or IES lights. These are used to simulate artificial lighting in a more realistic way than basic SketchUp light setups. Once your materials and lighting are ready, you can begin the production render. In V-Ray, this is typically started by clicking the teapot icon. Depending on your hardware, resolution, and scene complexity, a render might take anywhere from 2 minutes to 20 minutes or more. That's the trade-off for higher quality. You get much more realistic reflections, shadows, and lighting behavior, but it takes longer to process. If you're creating final client presentations or portfolio quality visuals, V-Ray is often worth the extra effort. Finally, let's look at the no install method, which is perfect if your computer is low-end or if you just want a fast result without installing heavy software. This is where web-based AI renderers like MyArchitectAI can be really useful. The process is simple. First, in SketchUp, export your scene as a high-quality 2D image, usually a JPEG. Make sure the camera angle and composition are already set the way you want them. Then upload that image to a web-based rendering platform like MyArchitectAI. The cloud server handles the rendering for you and sends back a finished image, often in around 10 seconds. This is one of the easiest options if your laptop struggles with larger render engines. It also works well if you need quick concept visuals while on the go. Since the processing happens in the cloud, you don't need a powerful graphics card or a complicated setup. That makes it a very practical solution for students, freelancers, and anyone who wants a quick rendering workflow. So, to quickly recap, if you want speed and AI-generated concepts, use SketchUp Diffusion. If you want fast live feedback and walkthroughs, try D5 Render or Enscape. If you need the most realistic professional output, go with V-Ray 7. And if you want a simple no-install option, use a web-based renderer like MyArchitectAI. The best method really depends on your project, your timeline, and your computer setup. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more SketchUp and rendering guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.